is just a dream within a dream. Don't cry to me because the fiction that we're living in says I should pull the pin. Should I just pull the pin? Should I just pull the pin? Hello, Flair. How are you? Just getting set up for tonight. This is not Torskavan. This is KABSK. Hi, Wilku. Oh, yeah. Wilku, could you try redeeming a thing real quick? I think I have them disabled. Hi, Gryphon. I'm good. It's nice meeting you at the Ren Fair. Ah, can't redeem on Twitch. Good. I have them disabled for the stream. That is fully intentional. Now I just need to beep boop some things around. So, as we're in the pre-show, how's everyone doing tonight? Yeah, Flair. I had a really good time at the Edson Ren Fair. Meeting a lot of nice people. First time here since 2 weeks. Well, glad to have you back. This time around is going to be more on the chill side of the, not immersiveness, but, you know, it's going to be something we're trying to... We want it to be approachable for newer people. So, you know. Just relaxing, recovering from the Ren Fair. I love the sticker you gave me. I've been showing it to everyone. Aww. I'm glad. Wait, which one did I give you? Did I give you the maid outfit one? Yes, fuck yeah. In fact, if you really want to take things back further, you can thank the jester Yorick for those. They decided to make them for me for my birthday. Saved me quite a bit in overheads, and also just genuinely nice. There's a reason I kiss Yorick at every Ren Fair, and it's not just because they're cute as fuck. Hi, Meg. How's it going? Maybe my day has... Oh! Going to Animathon. Favorite parts of the Maids Cafe. Fuck yeah. It's a good time.
I took the carpet cleaner, the upholstery cleaner, sucked up the water.
Yeah.
Got about a half cup of water out.
That's horrifying, but I appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh, and I replaced the passenger wiper.
Thank you. For anyone who's missing that, basically, my mom is a cool dude. Hi, Cat. Why is this only showing It's not showing the fucking YouTube chat up here. 1 second. Okay. There we go. Now YouTube will show up. I missed the kiss airfare. Don't worry, there'll be even more. How you doing, Kat? Anime convention in Montreal. Oh, fuck yeah. Can't make Animathon this year. I will be at Edmonton Expo. Fuck yeah. Gay. Meg, that's not helpful at all. All right. So let me just get some fucking backgroundy stuff in here. By the way, does anyone have any extra suggestions for music? You don't kiss me solely because I'm cute and shake my belt. I kiss you because you're a nice fucking dude. If you got a problem with being a nice fucking dude, don't be a nice fucking dude. Ever think about that? Yeah, I bet you didn't. Now you feel silly. Oh my fucking God. Okay, 1 second. Wow. Why did that thing get so loud? Oh, that's because I have that way up. All good. Thank you, Flair. Let's just click that button and turn that way the fuck down. Okay, there we go. Streamlabs is not good software, in case you were curious. All my homies hate Streamlab. 117 from Halo 4. Meg, are you just saying random shit? I've tried to give you a pride pin, but wasn't able to catch up with you and yell your name loud enough. Ah. If you guys are at the Pigeon Lake Fair, both Yorick and myself will be there. I don't think I'll be going to the Strathmore one due to conflicts of interest. You wanted to take suggestions for adding to the playlist. Okay, I'll bite. I did not know that Halo 4 had music that people liked. Wait, doesn't this get claimed? I'm pretty sure it gets claimed. It gets claimed. I can't do it. Oh. That's okay. Hydro Station is always fine. Oh, now you guys can actually hear it. I realize now when it made the really loud sound, you guys genuinely had no frame of reference. Okay, I'm gonna move this off screen. My apologies, Meg. I have been on my guard so fucking much lately, and it really is, I'm definitely being a bit of a dick lately. I'm sorry about that. Respectfully, Peddles, is that a sign you forgot your meds again? Not this time. Alright. So, for anyone new, actually, let's give them a quick blast of lore. We'll see if I can do this quicker. Boom. Alright. 3rd Battalion. This is your faction. They are a medievalish paramilitary group for hire that parodies modern industry and bureaucracy in an approachable but moderately respectful way. Excuse me. Now, we are not actually a battalion. We have more than 1,000 members. It is not a, it is a private military company that spans the continents. And yeah, they're the single largest mercenary company in Yerevan, but value healthy competition. They're an all-purpose contractor specializing in combat services, doing the murder, and rebuilding efforts. Paramilitary, meaning like sellsword, mercenary, killing people for money. They'll hire anyone, no matter what background, and they'll work for anyone as long as the money's good. Peddles the Shark, hello, belongs to the 3rd, and, yeah. Side note, Yerevan, that's the name of the continent. This is a fictional location, fictional faction, and 1432 is not actually equivalent to our 1432. I just needed some fucking numbers. Yeah. What rank is Peddles and what is mine? You are from... Am I even there? Yes. Everyone in chat is, they function as part of the general committee. In other words, a quote-unquote experimental, in other words, a fucking plot device, so that, because no fucking military would be this dumb. Knock on wood. A little experimental venture where instead of having one standing commander, we have a bunch of people in a room and they make all the decisions together. I guess that's a war council, but war council people typically have some sort of strategic knowledge. I have Twitch chat. So, you know, take it as you will. All right, quick thing. Don't bring up politics of any side on this server, please. On this server, on this stream. Yeah. Just gonna put that out there. I might agree or disagree. Doesn't matter. We're gonna keep this very separate. All good, Flair. It's just a hard boundary I have to set. I know you get it. And, yeah, by the way, Regretfully Mine is aware that a medieval organization being fully inclusive of our modern understandings of nationalities, gender identities, and orientations is unrealistic. Regretfully Mine would like to inform you that we don't fucking care. Your characters can be fucking anything. And to participate, you don't actually need a character. And yes, Athene, that's true. However, consider the following. We're on a fucking Shark Vtuber stream. If this is the proper place to discuss actual real-world politics in a one-to-one setting, that's fucking sad. So we're not gonna do that. Yes, you are absolutely correct. This is something that's inherently political in nature, same as any sort of thing. This is why it parodies modern industry and bureaucracy. But we're going to keep modern politics out of it completely. This is not something that I will budge on. Anyways, as I was saying down here, yeah. I'm aware that medieval Europe, which we're very, very fucking loosely based on in fantasy here, probably wasn't nearly as fucking progressive. We don't care. We're gonna treat it as if it is. Because, to be blunt, if you can work with other people and get the job done, you're an asset to us. Get on board with it or get another occupation. This isn't me pointing fingers at anyone. This is just me drawing a line in the sand for anyone who does decide to want to cross it. Lord Ump 2. This is a pretty simple fucking thing. Negotiators. Look at this cute motherfucker, Charlie Fulthus. We love them. This is similar to D&D. This is like really shitty, very loosely made D&D. And the end goal is to make this into a D&D module that everyone can fucking play. So, there's that. So, what is a negotiator, and why should you care? Long story short, negotiators were a Frankenstein last-ditch effort created by a healing mage to fight an enemy that had his group cornered. Thank you, Shin. You're cool as fuck. Look at that sucker. Wait, fuck. Are you gonna DM that D&D venture once we make it there? Like the... You'll see how I run this once we're through this. But yes, we're going to go through... I'm going to just, you know, choose whatever You'll see. I'm very bad at explaining this, which sucks because that's kind of my whole fucking purpose here now that I think about it. Anyways, so yeah, this here's Charlie Fulthus. He's basically our mascot. We fucking love Charlie. He's a good boy. He likes mangoes. He's in the process of divorcing his cheating wife because when she found out he wasn't going to be coming back, she just, you know, completely replaced him. And then, on our one mission back, we stumbled onto his hometown, which we then found him at the door of his own home. And, yeah, standard thing of daughter didn't recognize him because, he didn't fucking look like that before. And he didn't recognize the man that his wife was with. So, yeah. So, yeah, now, Charlie... He loves mangoes, and he's in the process of getting divorced from his cheating wife, sending his pay instead into a trust fund for his daughter. What does his wife look like? Doesn't matter. Someone get Charlie a husband. Charlie is explicitly not gay. We don't really deal with characters' sexualities in the 3rd Battalion universe because it's not relevant to combat. But Charlie is one of the few characters that has a canon sexuality, and he is a very straight, very gentle man. Someone get Charlie a dog then, I pity him. Actually, fun fact, dogs fucking hate negotiators. Most animals do. They're kind of a crime against God. By the way, this monstrosity is about 12 feet. He needs a goldfish. That would be nice. Charlie can't have any breaks. Oh, Charlie has been through the fucking ringer. And again, like, despite the looks of him, this motherfucker is fully aware of everything that's happening with him. Like, you might think, oh, there's not a thought behind his eyes. No, that is someone who has been fully conscious through the negotiating process, which involves being ripped apart, stitched to other people who are in the process of dying and will not survive the process because we can't have nice things. And then your eyes are kind of, or not eyes, you know, your flesh is kind of constantly rotting away because healing magic is imperfect and life sucks. But yeah, Charlie is the community favorite of all of the characters. And while I don't normally recommend watching full lore streams of mine, the Omen of Larisar, it's definitely got its flaws, but it's where Charlie came in, and I'm actually quite proud of it. Again, it's very rough, but it's nice. And finally, Scott Ledger. York, you're automatically part of the fucking general committee. You already fit in here. So, Scott Ledger. Long story short, Field Commander Scott Ledger runs the 3rd's Northern Expeditionary Force, and he's the audience-chosen protagonist of the 3rd Battalion storyline. Think of this like the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Peddles is Jack Sparrow. He's goofy as fuck, he does play a significant role in it. He's not the main guy. That's fucking Will Turner. That is our Scott Ledger. He's known for being equally heroic and villainous, and has displayed a great distrust in the company. He's your boss, and he values you as an asset. And then, if you would like to read up, we have a basic thing which explains how the ledger is just a coping mechanism, and he, of course, got the nickname because that's the easiest fucking way to... Ledger's a cool fucking name to me. Shut up. Even though most military nicknames end up being something like, you know, fuck nugget or something like that. He has, a certain hatred of Field Director John Seller Rowett, which you will learn is our current antagonist. His feats involve, you know, kind of setting up every negative conflict so far, drowning a family in a basement, and telling his men that they were all combatants even though they weren't, and a couple other things. So, he's not a swell guy. Ledger is, not exactly a saint himself, but he wears his plate armor with the same blue puttees a standard soldier would have. He breaks bread with his men and does what he can to make life far from home comfortable for them. But he carries a reputation for when his back's up against the wall, having supposedly attacked the esteemed Field Director Rout in their parting, and willingly sacrificing lives to stay in budget. He's steadfast and trustworthy until he throws away the morals for progress. He's a saint and a sinner, and he's your boss. At the Edson Renaissance Fair, those of you that may have seen the wanted posters, you may have seen a certain stamp, Field Commander Scott Ledger. And for those of you who have actually seen the actor behind Peddles the Shark, you may notice an unintentional resemblance. It's not a lot, but my own mother sees it, so, you know. I literally just told the artist he's got brownish hair, he's a tallish guy, and he looks done with life. Oh, and he's got the 5 o'clock shadow thing. I see it. Ah, thank you. Hi, Mom. But yeah. Currently, in the storyline, we are trying to defend the town of KABSK. So yeah, let's go into what we've actually seen here. Let me just scroll the fuck up into the war room. Those of you who are in the Discord server, which we do keep generally closed because I fucking hate people. Yeah. Let's take a look. So, this is, there. Need to join the Discord server. We'll see about sending out a link in a bit. Yeah. So, after our previous one, get a memo from Ledger. This is the only section in my Discord server where anything remotely resembling roleplay is allowed. Otherwise, it's cringy as fuck. But here, it's something that becomes canon. So, yeah. Our objective was to, if I scroll back a little bit, maybe a lot a bit, a really far bit. How long have we been on this fucking plot point? Okay. So, we got a memo from our bad guy, Seller. Hello, Expeditionary Force. Due to your recent success in the field, you've all been invited to the Grand Festival back in our own Eurovan. We'll have a great parade of our finest and a War Games tournament. Live crowds with simulated artillery, dent squaring, and of course, proper joust and dueling brackets. You have a few months to prepare. In the meantime, I encourage you to bring as much prestige to the table as you can. Take this opportunity to push hard, go far, and make a name for yourselves. Stay safe and stay successful. Director of Field Operations, John Rowett. There's unfortunate souls. Okay. Yeah. So, we get another memo from Ledger. We will be participating. You name an area or activity, I'll find a contract that fits. For those of you that support our little mission, killing Seller, prestige is the currency we want to deal with. The more credibility we have, the better. For those of you that don't, this is how you get a promotion or land an easier gig that still pays great. A lot of powerful people live in Yerevan, and they love having a standing retinue. This is something you want on a resume. So, they talk. There's fried donuts and you get paid either way. Just wave to the people who were marching by and don't trample any pets. So, we had decided on escorting a noblewoman, which of course Peddles informed us on. And then I kept fucking trying to get information on what we're fucking doing and nobody fucking did. We're good. So. Thanks to Sir Shram, we got what we needed. And, of course, it worked out pretty well. Good work, everyone. Miss Dren is pretty happy with our services. And with facing off against multiple cannons, we more than proved our bravery. Small ones, admittedly, but I'm sure I can spin it off on the report. The family's our witness, and they barely got a look at the cannon itself. They just heard the big boom. If anyone wants a Lorraine, we'll unfortunately have to inform the family of the fallen. So we tried to figure out other things to do. The town of KABSK has asked for a relief force. They've received word that a neighboring power has hired a mercenary company to put them to the torch. These mercs have a trio of trained dragons and one rider who used to work for us. Turncoat after his promotion was taken by a certain shark. Dragon riders are a rarity. Capture him if you want, force him to rout if you can't. We don't want that talent dead in our industry. The rest of the enemy consists of a standard array. Swords, polearms, hammers, crossbows, rifles, and cannons. Possibly mortars, we don't know yet. Moderately armored, steel-based. As always, we don't take prisoners from other companies. Surrender will not be accepted on either side. Make peace with that. Species dragon is the red Urosavra, and so forth. Additionally, I will remind you all that dragon fire cannot be put out by water. Smother it or cool it. Water will cause it to splash up and spread violently. The enemy does not currently know that we're going to be coming for them, but we'll see. And then we get a memo from Peddles. Okay, so the writer guy's named James. The boys used to call him James Flames of Fun and Games. I used to. The boys joined in eventually. He didn't really like it. He ran a sort of famous-ish cavalry detachment until he got into flying. He wanted to get into the privateering program, but they wanted him to stay as a dragon rider. Had to find a replacement. So I got the job instead. And then Peddles puts a little something. Ledger's forgetting he's not in charge anymore. Belay the non-lethal order. Kill this fucker if you need to. And then finally, KABSK got hit with a surprise probing raid. Get your shit, we're mobilizing. They prodded the defenses, now we get to hit them with a counter. There's always a chance we reach them as the initial assault starts and get an easy flank. And then take care not to get flanked ourselves. Review the enemy composition and tell me what to bring to the fight. I really should put in that rule again. Anyways. You guys are really obsessed with, you know, some meat and traps for dragons that are flying above and are trained. Whatever. So, I attempted to get some proper numbers out of y'all. I failed. So we're just gonna fucking wing it. We got some camo troops. And then we got some... Hey, Sam! Fuck yeah! Then we got a lot of shit. Like some proper lore drops from them. That's pretty cool. And again, for anyone who is interested in more of the behind the scenes, you can look into... Oh god, fuck off with that. For example, that last mission, you can see Ledger's diary. And this, your characters can canonically know if you are willing to have them read his diary without his consent. And if you do, that's fine. He won't know about it. But you know, you'll be a dick. Anyways. So, Ledger's entry after the Torskavan Cross mission. 1 casualty, acceptable losses. The cannons worked excellently. Unfortunately, they were supposed to break on the first shot, killing the user. They must have underloaded it. Granted, it's not like I could give them a tutorial. Glad I put my visor down when I did. Brothers were getting suspicious. I bought those things from a scavenger group. Peddles was pissed when he gave him a once-over. These things are death traps. At least they're small so you can decide where you explode. Music to my ears. Working as intended. The client didn't see the cans directly, thanks to the shark's massive fucking head blocking them. He can draw attention at the right times, apparently. And I didn't even have to tell him to. Gotta be careful with him. Too many variables. He's batshit crazy on the outside, but I've noticed a method to the madness sometimes. He wants something. Just don't understand what. Next job has to be something impressive with a lot of witnesses. But it'll need to involve some of the crew to make it safe for us. Can't do anything legit these days. Too much risk. For the slower or the members of the audience who have no fucking clue what that means, Ledger kind of rigged the previous contract so that the bandits we ended up fighting would have cannons. So that it would seem to the client that we fought off something fucking fearsome. To get more prestige. Fucking quiplash. No, go away. No, I don't. Ah! Fuck you. Everything's terrible. Alright. So. So, the stage is set. The town of KABSK lies ahead. You arrive with your merry band of whatever the fuck you would consider yourselves at the southwest entrance here. You've arrived along the road. You look ahead, and the town seems to be in decent condition. You can definitely see that there's been some hastily repaired holes in the walls, some they haven't got to yet. And they've erected small wooden fortifications around the doors, trying to slow down anything that tries to get through. So this is the point where any of you, I don't care if you have a set character to play or not, you can suggest what we do. You tell me what you think would be the best decision, and we'll give it a shot. Looks like these guys took a beating. Yeah, big time. But the repairs are coming along nicely. Here, 1 second. There, now it looks a little less shit. You go along the path. As you reach the crossroads, you notice a little something in the distance. It's faint. Not faint. But you notice some fallen. Uniforms. Rival company. They are not friendlies, but they are not moving. Send scouts to see if they can find the enemy, get a lay of the land around the town. Understood. You decide that it'd be best to know what you're dealing with. You send the scouting camouflaged regiment that we had discussed earlier. Again, beep, boop. To make haste to the other side and report back. You step closer to the gates. And very quickly, you see a head pop up over the battlements, look down at you. Then you hear yells. It's a language you don't speak, but they sound relieved. The doors slowly open. I want to know what you do with your army. Do you all go inside to fortify the position? Do you leave some out in the open to try to ambush enemies? Although, leaving yourselves open yourselves. That was a sentence. This one I actually need an input on, because this changes quite a bit, depending on what your strategy is here. Oh my god, I'm fucking dumb. We'll say that's point E. That'll be point F. That'll be point G. That'll be H. There. Now, if you want a specific section of the map, you can tell me we want to send some troops to Objective Bravo. Cool party. Somebody fucking say something. I'm gonna eat a cake pop. Okay, so the question was, the gates have opened. I need to know how much of your guys go into the city to help fortify it, how many stay out. Like, give me a percentage or a type of unit that you'd like to leave outside. Hi, Paige. Is Charlie with us? Yes. Charlie Fulthus is always your buddy. Fortify. Let's leave a good chunk to repair the damages. Understood. So, we're gonna say that your scouts are given orders to properly, hang back unless they find anything that's actually worth showing you. God fucking damn it. I hate that I have to do that just to grab. So. You guys walk Charlie through the gates. What other negotiators do we have? We have, fuck. Yeah, I guess we have... We do have 2 more negotiators. We've got, Mackie, which is the girl. We've got, was it Holt? I think it was Holt. And then, of course, we have Flynn, the Armored Mark II. We can always make more. Jesus fucking Christ, Sam. I mean, I guess? So. You move the bulk of your troops inside. And you start trying to organize a proper defense. Do we have access to catapults? This place does not have catapults, and no catapults were discussed in the planning. I will assume that you guys had the wherewithal to bring a bottle mortar and a couple of cannons. Alright. Alright, Ty. You make the decision to, help with refortifying the area. You use some of the supplies that you've brought with you, and you properly reinforce the walls. Actually, using our fucking Larisar concrete thingy. Are you guys willing for... Are you guys okay if I retcon it to say, hey, these... Actually, no. No, I've got another idea. Don't give up on that idea, Wilku. Don't give up on it. Trust me. Your scouts come back the front wall, and they tell you that all around the lake, there's nothing. They can't find any sort of enemy activity. Big enough rocks that negotiators could throw over the wall in case. Alright. You know what? I'm down for that. You send your 3 new negotiators over to pick up massive river rock stones. And they bring some in. I like that idea. We could use a negotiator as a catapult. Honestly? Yeah. We've proven that Charlie can handle the force of holding a fucking cannon in his arms. And, like, we've seen some of the things they can fucking do. Wouldn't be crazy to think they can throw things far. Your scouts go into hiding around Point Hotel, and they await your command. Just blow the horn, and they'll come a-running. You head into the large cathedral for a moment. And there you see Ledger. He's talking with their leadership, or rather, he's talking to a translator to their leadership. Rations, you guys should be good for a solid 2 weeks. It won't keep you for a prolonged siege, but the enemy has dragons. They're not looking for a prolonged siege. Ledger's speaking through an interpreter to the local leadership, and he seems to be getting increasingly annoyed. Sees you guys and takes a deep breath. Tells the translator one moment. Walks over to you. Alright. So, good to see you guys. Looks like these guys are not willing to stage any sort of evacuation. Which, means the whole protecting exposures side of our contract just got a lot harder. See a couple new faces among you. That means that if we let a lot of people die, we don't get fucking paid. These guys seem to be... well, I don't know if they actually understood the contract fully. Seem to have most of the stuff based on how many people survive rather than the buildings, and yet here they are putting everyone on the front lines of it. Nothing new to us, I guess. Small logs as well, we can sharpen them. Understood. Thanks to our roaring thunder, you set aside a group of recruits to basically sharpen sticks, except they're fucking logs. Charlie and the others are kind of practicing using them as javelins of sorts. The regular negotiators have trouble, but The yellow one in heavy armor, the one that we don't fucking trust, Flynn. He seems to be able to chuck it across the yard pretty easily. What do you mean they're refusing to evacuate? Thought they asked us to be here and keep everyone else away. They did. Again, I think something got fucked up in translation. These guys seem to be willing to defend this to the last man. Which means that we are supposed to defend it to the last man. Yay. Alright. It's a distressingly impressive throw. Yeah. Are there any final preparations? I think we'd have time for one more good suggestion from you guys. Also, Thunderstorm, you are fucking good at this. I appreciate you. Hi, Fluff. Looking at the negotiators. Yeah, you guys are doing great. Go get it, queens. Fucking get it. They're not receptive to your friendliness. Charlie is, however. And he manages a slight bow. Take the armor and gear from the bodies to arm the townspeople if they won't leave. Understood. Do we have Charlie's crossbow? Yes, we do. You send your guys to scavenge some of the enemy supplies. It's thankless work, but you're thanked nonetheless. The armor's ill-fitting, and the weapons they're not fully proficient with, but it's better than fucking pitchforks. Give us a twirl, Charlie. Oh, fuck. There, if I do that, then it should rotate around. Yeah! Look at that Fulthus go. Can we incorporate the unusable armor into barricades? Okay. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Extra strapping you use for... Like you... Holy fuck, I can't talk. The damaged battlements, you... at least partially restore some of the walls with piles of old gear. It's not a ton, but it'll hold a bit better. We should evaluate the condition of the people to make sure they're actually able to fight. Looking at them, no, they're not. It's not that they're wounded or anything. It's just... these are just regular people. Some of them, you can see they've taken up their tools, or they've found something from the local armory, or they've, you know, it's just a little militia that they've built up. This huge building in front of you, you recognize as a sort of cathedral. And while you're unfamiliar with the culture, you're fairly certain that this place holds a lot of significance to them. We did, Faustine. We did. We've armed them the best we can. You hear a panicked shout. Again, not one that you understand, but you know the tone well enough. Oh, do you know the tone? As you see, flying far overhead, a trio of unmistakable shapes. Yeah. 3 dragons. And they're circling you. Not the "we've got company" line. The people start to panic a little. Doesn't seem that you're being attacked yet. But they're looking over you. They see you. And now, they're ready for you. They're assessing us. Ledger nods, and he puts his visor down. Turns to each you. And tries to remind you. Remember? No water. It just spreads their fire. And of course, this is the point where you see them coming from the south. Organized rank and file of them. Literal columns. Along with a catapult of their own. And 2 cannons. We could thunder, but unfortunately, it's a little late for it. They deploy the artillery pretty quickly. The cannon's facing up front towards you. The trebuchet getting loaded. Or not trebuchet, catapult, sorry. Thank you, Fluffy. And the columns move up a little closer. The dragons overhead you hear a screech from one of them. And on command, the columns stop. You hear 2 more screams from it, and the columns back away. Only to form a line and send out a small detachment that immediately starts running directly for your scouts. The dragons make another pass overhead. Do you take any actions? Again, we have access to the following. We have 2 cannons, which I assume we will have mounted at the walls. We have 1 bottle mortar, anti-personnel, relatively short range. You would only be able to hit the first little bit of their line currently. It is mobile, you can move it around, but scouts are finished off quick enough. They didn't make a dent in the cavalry. Focus fire on the dragon's wings with what? Are you telling me we're trying to hit a dragon with a fucking cannon? Or, God forbid, a mortar? I mean, I guess the bigger ones actually wouldn't be terrible targets for that sort of thing. The dragons circle back for another flyover. Crossbows and a thrown tree. I'm going to alter your suggestion to say rifles because we do have them. You order your rifles up. They fire. And it seems you have some direct hits on them. But the beasts are largely untouched. That is until our terrifying Flynn whips a sharpened log into the air. And immediately, the largest of the three dragons goes careening to the ground. It crashes outside your gates, and the formation shakes. The dragons above screech again. And the troops move. The cavalry detachment heads closer to the center of Point Hotel. The first catapult strike. A huge stone goes careening overhead and smashes into the cathedral. Yes, you can take aim with the cannon. Which would you like to aim at? The cavalry? Or the foot soldiers? Or see if you can land a hit on their artillery? The dragons circle back for another flyover. You know what? Yeah. Try to hit between the artillery and the troops to knock them back. Eat another treat, the dragons. Alright. So, Cricket gets herself on the cannon. She aims it, aiming for between the lines. And as she's about to fire, a shot rings out. And then another and another. She gets down behind the cannon. As you realize, the cavalry have rifles. They each take a volley, and then they begin to head back. Cricket gets back up and takes a shot. It lands squarely in the middle of their lines. Very good effect. But they aren't shaken. Merely stirred. The next dragon pass happens. Your negotiators whip these massive javelins at them again. This time missing. But the larger dragon taking the opportunity. Sending fire across your yard. onto 2 of your negotiators, no less. Mackie and Holt begin freaking out. The white knit begins to dissolve, and the smell of burning flesh hits the air. Do the townspeople have shovels? They probably do. But the townspeople, speaking a completely different language, and with us not having addressed that earlier, decide to help by splashing water towards your guys. They realize quickly enough that it causes more damage than it helps, and they stop. But it seems that you're down 1 negotiator. Mackie collapses to her knees, and then to her chest. The dragons prepare for another pass. Where's the translator? Could we get them to ask for shovels? You know what, Thunder? Yeah. Seeing this, you rush into the cathedral, and you pull that translator out by the collar. And you get him to scream out. Smother the fire. No water. No water. Holt is still burning up. And Charlie notices this. Holt's panicking. Can't think, can barely move. And Charlie grabs his arm and begins to pull. And while it scorches both their arms horribly, and that smell fills the air again, Holt stumbles out of the flames. Charlie pats him down as best he can. He looks to you, gives a nod, and then realizes his hands are on fire and quickly pats them out as fast as he can. The enemy cannons fire for a volley. 1, and then 2. First shot blasts through your closer cannon. The other one, if I can find out where, that's it. It goes high. You know what? Yeah, it goes high. And it slams into the cathedral again. Are the cannonballs intact or shrapnel? They're firing proper cannonballs, yes. A lot of them do fragment on impact, but if you do, like, if you were to examine the wreckage, you could probably find them. You do have one more cannon and a bottle mortar. Excuse me. The dragons make another pass. This time... Nope, that's not... Fuck it, that'll be fine. This time... hitting the bulk of the cathedral. They aren't aiming for you right now. You're no longer a threat. The dragon gives a odd sound this time. More of a donkey than anything. All right. I like these ideas. With this new sound from the dragons, the enemy begins to advance. Another catapult shot. This time, it smashes through your first gate. Have we explored the whole cathedral? It could have tunnels into the mountain. You know what? You know what, Sam? Yeah, you go below... not below. Yeah, no. You go into the cathedral, and after finding that, of course, nobody speaks your language still, you shove some of them aside and take a look and see if you can find anything in the crypts. Other than a dead end, of course. The dragons make another pass, but this time, you're ready. As the cannon over here, of course I put some of the fire on this layer, but fucking pretend this bottom left cannon rotates and fires what you will now forever know as the first form of grape shot, as the smallest dragon and its rider are blasted out of the sky. The beast lands in the lake. You are unsure if animal or rider survive. The dragon does not make another pass. Two more cannon shots. One to wipe out crew. One to wipe out the walls. And as the enemy turns to file in, Faustine and Blackthorn whip out their secret weapon, the bottle mortar. And as the compressed incendiary lands in the middle of the masses, the enemy begins to falter a little. Spread water from the fire to the enemy. You know what? Rule of cool. I'll fucking allow it. Rule of cool. If we make it a little more realistic, I will allow it. Because right now it's pretty far. Start a line of buckets from the lake. Send them up in smoke. You know what? Fuck it. Charlie climbs over. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Charlie dashes through the flames, burns the fuck out of his legs, but doesn't matter. Jumps into the lake. As Holt and Flynn follow fairly close behind. Burn them mongrel hides! That was a terrible impression. The townsfolk seem to understand what's happening as they try to roll barrels over. Charlie grabs one from down there and hoists it up to Flynn and to Holt. And together, they throw them and splash them ahead. Oh, that's not what I want. As the fire begins to spread outward with every barrel they throw. There's a bit of friendly fire, but as Ledger would say, acceptable losses. And I think, with our timing, that would be around when the next fucking bottle mortar would be able to hit. Meaning that we would hit the next area as well. Mathematically speaking... Fuck, I think that's game. I was hoping it wouldn't be, but... Fuck! Okay. Yeah. The enemy begins to falter, with you having taken out their leadership, and the horrific sight in front of them. The cavalry gets up close, seeing Charlie in the water. They raise to fire. And they are immediately wiped out by a massive river stone hurled by Holt. Flynn offers a hand and Charlie takes it, climbing back up to the battlements. The final dragon flies off from the battlefield. And the enemy begins to cut their losses as they are soon routed. All right. No, that doesn't fit this mood. God damn it. Please, does this one fit? We'll work with it. Go see if the birdie's alive and floating. Yeah. Alright, let me just move your characters out. Move Charlie. Move our remaining negotiators. Put out the fire. Yeah. You leave the bulk of your men to help put out the fire on the cathedral. It's largely not made of wood, so anything that's going to burn is unsalvageable, but the vast majority of it is fine. The negotiators, working together, grapple on and fish this dead dragon out of the lake. And on it is one raggedy man. His armor bears your sigil of the 3rd Battalion, although it's been modified. You notice a patch that's been hastily sewn on, barely hanging on still. He seems dead at first, but as Charlie drags him to you, he begins to cough and sputter. He slowly gets himself back into the land of the living. It appears he's not fully dead. Give me 20 minutes. You don't deserve that patch. You rip it off. He barely registers it. Both Ledger and Peddles walk up. Fuck, now I have to quickly do... Okay, Peddles is always purple. Ledger is usually green. He slaps the rider. Ledger shakes his head, but he doesn't stop you. Peddles nods. Ledger looks the guy up and down. Says, yep. He'll live. Well, put him in chains. We've got some re-education. And note that that's actually a very fucking bad turn of phrase. I retract my statement. Let's rewind. Throw him in chains. We've got some negotiating to do. Ledger thinks of his phrasing again. And then Peddles just nods and chimes in. And here I thought I was gonna make him go to waste. What do you do? Ledger looks to you guys. Can I kick him? We kind of need him to work with us. It'll be a lot easier this way. Does he need medical attention before you chain him up? Absolutely. Peddles stands on the other side, going, we don't really need him. You know, I think I see like a cyst on his forehead. I hear those are fatal. We should put him out of his misery. He probably has gingivitis or something. It's incurable. It'd be a mercy killing. When nobody laughs, Peddles kind of rolls his eyes and just... Okay. Hey, you know the whole thing you people hate me for? And you hate Seller for? This is a guy who does that on the regular. He's kind of a piece of shit. Frustrated that nobody's going to actually take him up on the offer, Peddles shrugs and just goes, fine, fine. It's not like I'm, you know, the boss here. Fuckers. And Peddles walks away pouting a little. Ledger kind of watches it and then turns to you. Thank you. Hey. Trust me, I'm not a fan of working with shit like that, but... I mean... We're no strangers to that, are we? You guys did good today. Yeah. Lost a negotiator. God rest. But... something tells me that, might be a bit better this way. Ledger shakes his head. This operation's gonna boost a lot of our popularity. And look at this shit. He grabs your prisoner by the hair. This fucking guy. What we need is someone with some cavalry experience who's willing to go on a couple rides with someone who might be a piece of shit. I'm not okay with losing this talent, but I'm okay with losing this fucker. You got it, Cricket. Learn everything you can, and have them nice and packaged for a public execution when we get back. Still got a month or so to prepare, so Yeah. It's going to be full steam ahead to Yerevan. I can't remember which is the continent and which is the city. Fuck. It's been too long away from home. And scene. Make sure he looks presentable for his maker. May I perform the execution? Unfortunately, we hire people for that. Ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise, that is the SUCCOR of KABSK. Oh god, why am I tall? Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong one. Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong one. There we go. So, I like how Streamlabs just decides to replay the initial messages from the start stream. And then I cooked them a feast with the dragon corpses. Yeah. This is fun. Fuck yeah. All I wanted here was just a nice, simple, and approachable mission for us. And I think that worked out pretty fucking well. I want to properly thank you, Thunderstorm. You are exactly the sort of fucking person I would love to have here. God damn it, I forgot to address what Sam found in the thingies. You know what? That's something that's going to be in the server then. Yeah. Rip our scouts and Mackie. Yeah. Mackey. Actually, Mackay, but glad you enjoyed my input. What did he find? We're gonna find out. He found the reason that these guys were trying to protect this location so desperately. Fuck yeah. I had a good time. And I hope you guys did too. So, give me a moment. Tracking's gonna go off. I am going to upload a fuck ton of pictures probably to the single sharks in your area section of the Discord. For anyone unfamiliar, that's just what I do or that's just what I call the section that, you know, Peddles just hangs out in. Okay, come on, fucking send. Fucking send. Oh, fuck yeah, bye. All right. So, Edson Renaissance Fair, sponsored by motherfucking Regretfully Mine. First off, we get this glorious little bit of entertainment. In the jar. I was trying to figure out where Angus and Delina were, but I couldn't see from inside. Fuck for my daddy-o, fuck for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Also, you can catch little glimpses of a certain patch. Oh, no, you can't with me there. Check the bottom right hand side of the screen. There it is. 3rd Battalion patch. So, about 4 minutes after this, I got on fucking stage with them Friday night, with Angus and Delina. And I was fucking singing Leave Her Johnny with them. And I got horrible fucking stage fright, sang it an octave lower than I intended to. And also just kind of... I forgot the words. It's one of my favorite shanties of all time. I did one verse out of order, and then, like, Angus was being so nice to keep the rhythm, you know? And it's time for us to leave her. And then, like, a couple beats pass, and then I just go, there's a lot of pressure, I can't remember the words. And then this fucking legend from the crowd goes out and she starts singing the next fucking line in it. You know? We swear by our oath for want of more. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Except I was going an octave lower, so way lower. So I was like, we swear by our oath for want of more. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Like, it was bad. But they were very kind to me up there, and the crowd was really nice. Also, beforehand, Angus introduced me to everyone as Peddles, the emotional support shark, and it was really fucking nice. Anyways, here's the shark getting stepped on with the prototype of the con-safe version of my sword. We're just, we're getting some minor alterations to get it to fit right in the sheath and some reinforcement at the pommel. And then, of course, fucking Yorick, when I told them, yeah, you're fucking way too light. Also, they're so concerned about getting mud on my shoulder. Buddy, you're stepping on me. Now, full disclosure, this is not something I want to be a recurring joke because, you know what? I won't go into the details of why. Just know that it's best if we don't. This fucking lady. Give me a second. I just need to make sure I have her name right or I'm gonna feel like a dick. She goes by one groovy girl on TikTok, at least. And she also won the girls section of best costume, as she fucking should have. And yeah, she gave both Yorick and I little swords, and in turn, I stabbed her. She's pretty cool. There's me realizing that I'm wanted and getting kind of fucking mad. There is a 3D printed lucerne hammer. One-handed. So, we now officially have both of Peddles' canonical weapons. The broken longsword and the one-handed lucerne. Also, I was doing this for quite a lot of it. Fuck, I'm cute. I went to pet this fake dog thing, and then it lit up and made sound and genuinely fucking scared me. This is the Bardus, also on TikTok, Instagram, probably some other platforms. Fucking wonderful person. And very fun to record with. Yorick was also very fun to record with for other reasons. You know, like, I fucking love when people come up to me, and I was laughing so hard taking that photo with the dog. Oh, like it. Oh, yeah. Also, shout out to Ty here because she was my camera person / handler for a large portion of the day. She kind of saved my ass. Yeah. I get so fucking happy when people come up and they're asking for pictures and that. It's not just it makes me feel important, although it absolutely does. But it's like somebody who's coming up and they're, you know, this person's in costume and everything. This is someone who came to the fair to have a good time, to feel cool, to show off their costume. And then they're also, that's the fucking Wind Waker pajamas. Anyways, yeah, somebody who just wants to have a good time and feel cool. And then they fucking see me and they're like, you know what? A picture with that guy, that'd feel pretty cool right about now. It's incredibly flattering.
You're not ascending to godhood. You're just dehydrated.
Out of my way, gay boy! I'm about to liberate my divine self from this mortal shell! Hospital.
So, with this, obviously we have the... Oh, what the fuck? We have our regular Peddles bullshit, with, of course, Spartus helping, because, you know, Peddles just saying this on his own, it doesn't work as well.
You're not
Also,
ascending to godhood.
I was doing this for like 30 seconds straight at a time, just the freaking out pose, because I was having a rough time with the heat. So we were trying to just yell action, and I'd start doing stuff, and I would not stop until someone tapped me on the shoulder.
Just dehydrated.
Out of my way, gay boy! I'm about to liberate my divine self from this mortal shell!
I'm disappointed in my camera work with this part, and I'm sorry, Yorick. And with this part, we agreed that I was going to pour the water to the side or on the collar. What I ended up doing was getting it a bit on the side of the collar, which splashed right into the side of the mask. And it was fucking awful. And then I proceeded to pour more to the side, which got directly in the mouth and waterboarded Yorick. So I've kissed them twice and waterboarded them once. Like and subscribe to find out what we do next. And Ty also got some very nice videos of me, kicking up my feet in that. Let me see. Fuck, it's on my personal email, though. I'll show those at a later date. The courting ritual of Peddles. Yeah, we fucking kiss. I waterboard you. I take your wallet. And then we see each other in like 10 years and we bashfully say hi. Is this why I'm still single? Nah, it's the other people's fault. Few people almost stepped on you for some reason. I have a track record, so I'm not surprised. There was one person where I was hanging out there and she was like, "Oh, my friend wants to come see you." And Meg, X on it, but we've overdone the joke. But yeah, we, was it? Had to wave at them to get their attention, stop recording to body block you from people. Just not looking. Look, they'd feel obligated to like and subscribe. Yeah, there was this one girl who was like, "Hey, my friend thinks you're pretty cool." And I'm like, "Okay, well, where's your friend?" She's like, "She's over there." I'm like, "Okay, can she come here?" And she's like, "No, she literally can't." I'm like, "Oh, fuck." And I go over, and sure enough, it's someone with a movement thing. I felt so fucking bad for that response. It was a knee-jerk reaction, and yeah, no, that was not fucking cool of me. Thankfully, the person was very kind about the sort of thing and got that it was just words. It wasn't, you know, is a very fucking unfortunate coincidence with that. Yeah. Hashtag cancel Peddles. Also, we got some stuff. First off, this Mina Martil. Now, again, out of reflex, I realized I hadn't taken my actual fucking medication, which is why I was seeming to get really pissed off a lot of the time. But that's not my name. All I did was yell, "You spelt my name wrong." And then I actually look at it and it's like, oh my fucking god, you just gave me hand-drawn fan art in person, and that was my fucking response? What a fucking piece of shit I am. This is fucking wonderful. I did message them afterwards, and they were pretty cool. Yeah, no, the moral of the story is please take your fucking medication. Especially if it's something that affects your mood, because you will say things that you fucked up. Like, look at the fucking detail on it. It's so fucking good. And this thing is going on my fucking fridge. Make no mistake, it's going on the fridge. Like that. Yeah. And then, of course, good old Galaxy Lemonade. First off, some face painting. Do you like watercolor or acrylic? Paintings, I mean. That's a good question. Um, hmm. The more, picturesque a scene is, the more I like watercolors. Like, if you're trying to do something fucking pretty, like you're trying to capture a landscape or capture a pristine emotion, then watercolors tend to be pretty fucking good. But acrylic, if I'm not mistaken, it's the most fucking popular format of paint in words. I'm not very familiar with what I'm trying to say. Anyways, if it's not a landscape, probably go acrylic. Unless it's... Ooh, but if it's like a portrait... Portraits would be kind of cool in watercolor. Yeah. I don't know. So, Galaxy made this little guy because I forgot to book today off of work, so I got a call in the morning saying, "Hey, where the fuck are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm several hours away from home. How do you do?" So, I was going to hang out with Galaxy. We couldn't really much, so instead she just drew me this guy. And also made me fucking Peddles cupcakes. Or not cupcakes, cake pops. With the shield and Regretfully Mine welding helmets. So now the green and yellow shield is now fully fucking canon. It has to be. Also, look at these cute motherfuckers. Look at that. Look at him. That is so fucking cute. And they're chocolate cake pops. So they taste like a brownie, but without that sort of almost bite to it that some brownies have. Oh, I forgot to message her and tell her that the chocolate in those does not affect me. I'm gonna do that right now just in case she's not currently watching. There. Sent that to her. Should get a smile out of her, hopefully. But yeah. Also, Ty, holy fuck, man. I have never been more attracted to myself. My sleazy jokes aside, that's fucking excellent. I hate it. Well, that makes fucking one of us. He's Invisalign or killing me. He doesn't have Invisalign. That's all natural, baby. Awooga. See, like... Okay, I can say from... This looks like femboy pedals, and I'm laughing at this. I'm going to assume that that's phrased incorrectly. Because I am fucking loving this. And yeah, Peddles does seem more feminine here. I don't think y'all have realized I am a little feminine leaning, so... Just saying. Hi, Toast. Do I look hot? This makes you really hot. Yeah. Hey, cat. Look at these motherfuckers. Look at this motherfucker and tell me you would not die for him. Look at this motherfucker and tell me you would not give him the secrets to your bank account. Look at this motherfucker and tell me you would not give him a hug and a milkshake. These are cake pops. I have to eat these. I don't want to. I want to fucking hug this. And then the shields and the welding masks. I didn't get a good picture of the welding masks yet. But they have RM on them for roughly mine. And they're really fucking nice. And anyways, my point is absolute smash on this version of Peddles. And Ty, if you do commissions, we'll talk about that later. Anyways, yeah. I don't have a ton to say here. Also, this is also from Ty. Fuck yeah. And that's from Gal as well. That's from Thunder. That's from Thunder as well. It's good art, both of them. I fucking love it. Love the chibi. Yeah! Like, there's something about this that is just so fucking pure. Because normally when I think Peddles, I think, okay, he's about to say something either fucked up or an innuendo, or he's going to tell you about welding. This literally just makes me feel like he's like, hey, do you want to come over and play some Magic the Gathering with me? I'm not really good at building decks, but like we could try. It'd be pretty cool. You know, like, you just knock on the door and you see this, and it's like, hey, do you have any bottles for the bottle drive? My school's doing one. Like, this genuinely makes me feel like this is me as a kid. That is just a fucking wonderful expression. Very friendly face. Yeah. And then, of course, happy birthday to me. Yeah. Well, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise, do we do a little raid of some sort? Cutely say they're going to take all your money. Yeah. I could try digitalizing. Either or. Because I am perfectly fine with just some printed out pictures. Again, one of my first bits of fan art I ever got was from a kid who he just put it up, and it was because I was talking about some heavier stuff. You know, I'd been through a fair bit at the time and was trying to vent without really explaining the full thing of what I was getting into, because it was a rough time. And then I noticed I had a candy cane on my fucking shelf. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, candy cane. Like, I stopped everything I was doing just so I could eat this candy cane. And that kid decided to make a little regretfully mind drawing of Peddles holding a candy cane. And that is one of the most precious pieces of art that I have. Yeah. We should be able to scroll up through a lot of these. Okay, so that's all regular art. That's one of the first ones. Oh, okay, sorry. I guess this was the first true fan art that I saw. All good, Naru. I don't think you need to apologize for, being... There we go. I don't think you need to apologize for being late to a Shark Vtuber stream. Yeah, this is... And that is staying on my fridge. That's one of my most prized possessions. Because somebody decided that even with all the talent they had, they decided that's what they should do. Would a canvas fit on your fridge or wall? Asking for a friend. Yeah. Yeah, canvas would absolutely fit on the wall. Looking through some of this, there's a lot of art that was made by a previous partner. Now I'm sad. Anyways. And good old Millie. And good old Millie, because I mentioned that I can rock a fucking dress. Me-chan. Clay Peddles. He lives with me now. We've got some animations. Is it... Right. I forgot. Bear took down... Damn it. Bear took down most of their old art, which is unfortunate because it had a lot of regretfully mine animations. That's okay. It's always their right as the artist. Good old Rack. And Millie again. We also have quite a bit by Wef. None of which I'm seeing in this channel, oddly enough. When jumping off a ledge, make sure it's not into a kill box. Please. No, this video's unavailable. God damn it. Oh, that's unfortunate. I should have saved it, but I didn't. Oh, and here's some art that my editor did after I gave a very detailed thing of how after the brakes went in a truck I was driving, after I got everything under control and got it to stop, I just kind of sat there for a minute. Also, Meg making a 3D model of me. It's so nice. There's my cat knocking over my fucking water. That's not water, but this is me in this fucking heat. Well, there's some Wef. Wef's done a lot of good stuff. Yeah. Anyways, I am fucking tired. My ribs hurt, which is weird. So, yeah. Ow. Okay. I'm going to take a shower. Good night, guys. And thank you, guys. Things should be finally calming down. So, it should be a bit more tolerable. You guys are really cool. Oh, right. I forgot. Fuck, it's been a while since I streamed. There we are. I've Pavloved myself into getting fucking tired when I hear that. Like, to the point of, if I'm having trouble sleeping, I play that, and I do genuinely get tired. The Garden Eel Lullaby canonically works on Peddles. Alright. Good night, guys.